the Emperor. And many of you will be dealing with strong masculine energy, or you could be dealing with an Aries person. It may be their sun, their moon, or their rising sign. Now, this card could represent a father figure. It could be a husband. It could be someone in charge of something like a company. This could be your boss or superior, someone of importance that holds a position of power, or, they're higher up. There may be connections to people who own land or real estate, or again, some kind of mentor or business. So this could be the company that you work for, or institutions like banks or schools or companies. And it's a week where you may be attempting to claim your own power and authority. This is a card that is representative of leadership, taking the initiative. And so this is a week where a control issue is likely to occur that's going to, drive your emotions. And, you're going to feel very protective about anything that you feel belongs to you, your sense of security, your stability. And so there's going to be an intensity to the week to get to the bottom of something. You may want to know where you stand with regard to certain issues. This is a week of responsibility and, taking on demands. So some of you are going to be asked to take charge of something that's important. You're going to be a leader this week. And you're also going to be more assertive. You're willing to step up to the plate, speak your mind, move toward your ambitions. So even if your original plan was to lay low or lay back, you're going to find yourself pushing a little bit harder to get answers, to get truths. And it's a week that requires a lot of mental energy. Again, a lot of demands being put on your shoulders, but you're inspired to stabilize your circumstance, and so you're willing to do whatever is necessary, whatever it takes. Now, negatively, because this is about control and power, there may be struggles taking place between you and others. You're looking at issues of impatience or indecisiveness. Someone may be unreliable. Maybe someone's not putting forth effort, or there's been a lack of progress. And it may be because someone simply doesn't want to take on that leadership role. Maybe they don't want to grow up. Maybe they are feeling inferior in some way. And there's a tendency to run away from problems rather than face them head on. So for some of you, you're dealing with some kind of immaturity or problems accepting authority, or maybe, pushing against authority. You could be dealing with someone who is rebellious or very narrow-minded. So for some of you, it's going to be very difficult to gain control over matters this week. And because you want something to happen now, there's a tendency to push a little bit too hard, a little bit too soon. You're trying to make something move faster than it should, and those attempts are actually working against you. Maybe you start to create more problems, not less. Maybe you're rubbing somebody the wrong way, or a situation needs time to evolve, or certain things need to happen, and you're trying to get ahead of yourself. So this is a week where there could be a lot of intensity, emotion, self-righteousness about a situation that eventually serves to put you in exile because other people don't want to deal with it. They don't want to hear it. Or maybe that's your response to someone and their bullying behavior. Some of you, it's hard for you to accept that this is exactly what it is, and you can't move beyond this point, at least in this moment. And so there's a reluctance to accept that you can't change something. And because it's difficult for you to come to that realization, that inner turmoil is churning inside of you and undermining your physical well-being, your health, your emotions, your mental health. So for some of you, you may experience some kind of reversal in a situation, especially if you are dealing with someone or acting out yourself in an excessively controlling, demanding, petty way where you feel you're so important that your needs should be met first. Or somebody who's so intent on following the letter of the law rather than the spirit of the law. So they're taking something to the nth degree. In which case, if you're involved in a situation like that, where there is an abuse of power or tyranny or even weakness, where someone is failing to grow up and accept responsibility, somebody is going to discover that they don't have the control that they think they do. You're pushing an agenda, trying to exert your will, and you will discover that you just don't have the power that you once believed you did. So this is a week where leadership will either be challenged or rewarded in some way. And so again, there's a need this week to practice some self-control, self-discipline, and use common sense before allowing your impulses to push you towards some kind of reckless action or decision.